So on the next episode of Things That People Tell Child-Free Women, what we're going to talk about today, one of the common things that people say to me when they find out I don't want children is that, oh, you'll change your mind when you find the right guy, or something of that effect, right? No, I won't. Okay. First and foremost, if a guy is going to be the right guy, he doesn't want children either. That should be obvious. Let's get that out the way first. If he has children, they're grown and gone, and he doesn't want any more. If we're going to talk about who's going to be the right guy, that's the right guy. I also want to point out something that I have really never told anybody in great detail before. There is something, and child-free women, if you're watching this video, I want to know if you guys kind of understand where I'm coming from. I'm going to try to articulate this the best way that I can, right? Tell me if you guys understand what I'm saying and where I'm coming from. There is just something that irks my soul when it comes to knowing that most men don't take their kids seriously. Now, hear me out. A lot of men see their kids as an ego boost, a so-called legacy, right? They love using that legacy word. It's an image, right? It's bragging rights, your sperm work, you're excited that your sperm works, whatever it is for men. I don't know exactly, but I know a lot of men don't actually take the role of being a father seriously, especially when things don't turn out right with the mother of those children. Because it's like once the relationship ends or things go to shit, it's like fuck her and them kids, right? A lot of them don't even take women seriously while they're pregnant. Like the women are pregnant and these guys are like out playing poker with their friends, or they're playing basketball, or they're hanging out playing the game with their homies, whatever. And she's like having pregnancy complications or laid up half dead in the hospital. And they're just out doing whatever they want to do. Many women have even come forward and said that's when they found out their husbands or baby daddies were cheating on them while they were pregnant. The switch up is eventually going to happen. This is not my observation either, just my observation. This comes from the mouths of mothers, right? When that switch up happens, I can't help but think to myself, there is no way in the hell that I am ever going to give any man on this planet the ability to basically decrease my quality of life. Like, I'm never going to give a man that type of power over me. That way, when the relationship ends, right? And it's not a matter of if it ends, it's a matter of when, in my opinion. I'm going to dump you. I've dumped every man I've ever been with. At some point in time, you're going to test me. You're going to fail the test. You're going to be the one testing me, trying to see what you can get away with, and you're going to be the one that's going to fail. Because I don't even give second chances. Like, you fuck up once and it's a wrap. So I know that at some point in time it's going to end, right? When it does, I want to be able to just walk away unscathed. Like, I'm not about to fight with you and argue with you and want to go to couples counseling and all this other nonsense. When shit hits the fan, I want to be able to walk away free and clear. It's another reason why not only do I not want to have kids with anybody, this is why I don't want to get married. People are like, oh, you can't get anybody to marry you. That's the reason why you don't want to be married. Not knowing that I've been proposed to and engaged 4 times. Actually, I haven't been engaged 4 times. I've been proposed to 4 times. And I only wore the ring of 2 of those. So, all right, you do the math. Figure it out, right? Didn't work out. Don't want to be with you for long term, whatever. They don't even realize that, okay? But this has nothing to do with that. It's just that I believe, this is my personal belief, I think all marriages are going to end in divorce or death, most likely divorce. And when it's over, it's over. And I want to be able to walk away. I don't want to have to divvy up property and money and pay money, possibly even thousands of dollars to an attorney, like, just to get away from you. Like, if y'all haven't really thought about that, you have to pay money to get away from somebody. I don't want to go through it. I don't want to figure out who gets what. And listen, I don't want to make any contracts with you or anything of the sort. It's not going to work. It's over, right? And we can go our separate ways. Call it a fear of commitment. Call it whatever you want. I don't care. I just know that most situations are going to end in divorce or breakups. And when they do, a lot of times they turn messy. And I don't like that kind of stress in my life. So for those of you who think I'm going to change my mind when the right man comes along, first of all, there is no right man. These men are not worth me taking that risk. Now, does this mean that I think every man on the planet is bad? No, I know every man on the planet is not bad. I know that. But what I'm not about to do at my age is try to go through and sift through to see who's good and who's bad. Like, I'm not doing that. There's not enough hours in the day for me to try to sift through and see if a guy is good or not, which most of them are going to put up a front and pretend to be something that they're not anyways. And I don't know about y'all, but I would much rather be one of those women who finds out that the man I'm dating ain't shit in the beginning versus wasting decades of my life and finding out later on down the road. I don't know which one is worse to y'all, right? To me, finding out later will be worse, right? That's just me. And so it's not even about me thinking, oh, men are bad. I don't have the mental brain space to like wake up every day thinking about who's good and who's bad. I don't even make time to date. Like, people love saying in my comment sections, they're like, oh, you feel that way because the men that you want don't want you. And I'm like, I've never wanted a man that didn't want me in my whole life. And I'm finna be 39. I'm almost 40 years old. And almost 40 years, I've never wanted a man that didn't also want me. That's never happened to me before. I'm not saying it's never going to happen in the future, but it hasn't happened to me. So this has nothing to do with that. Nothing. This has to do with the fact that the bullshit that a lot of women are willing to put up with, I'm not willing to put up with it. It's that simple. Like, the reason why so many marriages last a long time, in my opinion, from what I've seen, is because women put up with bullshit. If women love themselves and value themselves enough and put their foot down and said, you got me fucked up, and they left these marriages, no marriage would make it past a few years. Because we know most men are not the one filing for these divorces. We know that. We know that most divorces are filed by women. It's got to take for the woman to get tired and be done. We know men are going to have their multiple side chicks and side niggas and whatever else they're going to be doing. They can stay married to you, miserable as fuck, but they're using you for something. That's why they're not going to file for divorce. They can stay in that shit. It usually takes the woman to decide she's done, and that's it. That's the reason why so many people's marriages last a long time. Y'all are willing to put up with shit. When things go south, I'm done. And I know that. Have a baby with you for what? I'm not like codependent in that way, or I'm not about to try to make permanent decisions with temporary people. Like, this is what so many people do, and they get lost in the sauce of life because y'all are out here thinking that things last forever, and nothing, human life itself isn't going to last forever. So relationships and marriages and jobs and career, everything is going to end sooner or later. And I hate to sound Debbie Downerish, and really, it should be freeing. This should not come across as negative to anybody. This should be mentally freeing, spiritually freeing. You're supposed to be in a place where you're like, you can exhale. Like, this is wonderful that you don't have to live up to these societal expectations, and you don't have to like bend yourself into 12 pretzels trying to be what people need you to be. Like, just be free. I'm too much of a free spirit. So people can think that, oh, she's secretly miserable, or you think whatever you want. The one thing that I'm not going to do is make decisions based on what society thinks I'm supposed to do, based on what men think I'm supposed to do, who most likely are going to and they've already done this for the most part, turn around and make you a single mother anyways. Your opinion, it will be the last opinion that would ever mean anything to me, when I know that you're going to try to okie doke me into having a baby or babies just to lose interest, just to decide I don't want to do this anymore. And we know most men think this way. Look at our community. Look how many single mothers there are. We know most of them think this way. Look at the results of our community in particular. So no, I'm not going to change my mind because some man comes along. That is like the dumbest shit ever. That's what's wrong with women now. Y'all would give your entire identities away just to be with a man. I'm not doing that. Okay? So when you guys think that I'm going to change my mind, I'm not. There is no good man or right man. The right man wouldn't want kids either. And that's my thought on that. I will check y'all in the next one. Bye.